Be a part of the best pro wrestling podcast today by supporting the Going In Raw Patreon. You can enjoy access to the live taping of the show, exclusive merchandise, and patron-only episodes, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.
This is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw. That sounds terrible.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife,
Marie.
and you are going in Raw.
What's up? It's your girl, Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you are watching Going In Raw.
Oh, baby, I like it Raw. Oh, baby, I like it Raw. And you are tuned in to Going In Raw right now. How you doing?
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
Yeah, welcome to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here, youtube.com/Steve and Larson. Available wherever fine podcasts are. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. We were on a roll with the subscriptions, Larson, and they're starting to peter off a little bit. We got to get... So we're doing this sub party coming up pretty soon.
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to be doing that.
Next week or this week? Is it supposed to be this week? I don't know. We're supposed to eat a bunch of submarine sandwiches.
Yeah, that sounds good right now. I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah. And so we're going to play the Virtual Wrestling 64 in honor of hitting 182,000 subs.
Well, we're well past that now.
Yeah, we're well past that now. It took forever to get to 182,000.
Maybe we should change it. 185,000.
No.
We're only 500 away.
I already ordered a plaque that says 182,000.
You didn't tell me about that.
I don't have to tell you about anything I do, Dad. I use my money.
Oh, okay, then it's fine.
And I was going to present it to you as a surprise.
Well, then you just ruined the surprise.
That's okay. I don't like keeping surprises anyways. I'd get too anxious. Anyways, we're here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson. And we're joined by 42 patrons watching right now live. That's at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. If you want to support the show, you can get, there are many reward tiers, and you can enjoy, including enjoying the live stream live as it, enjoying the podcast live as we do it. The Raw, SmackDown, and NXT 205 Live recap.
Yeah, only costs $5 a month.
$5 a month, best value. We also do our exclusive to $5 and up a month patrons non-news, which hit yesterday. It's all the news in wrestling that doesn't really matter, which really could be anything, but the ones that are exceptionally non-material.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're also at Pro Wrestling Tees, ProWrestlingTees.com for that Going In Raw. You got me this Yano shirt.
I did.
But it's not from our store. It's from
No.
the New Japan store.
I got this from Clothesline Apparel, who is one of has a store in Pro Wrestling Tees as well. Again, not available in our store.
But, we do have really cool ones, too.
We do.
Yeah.
In fact, the Fashion Police, Breezango themselves, rated our merch. That video is up on our channel right now. Thank you to Tyler Breeze and Fandango for taking the time to look over our merch and give it a thumbs up or thumbs down.
They made our day so H. Was very excited to have them on the show. So that was a lot of fun. Anyways, I really want to hit record over there. But the whole point of getting the stream deck was that I don't have to hit record.
Yeah.
Should we just fly by the seat of our pants?
Yeah, let's do it.
Whoa. Okay. Anyways. So let's talk about Raw. What a hell of a show. Whoa. Raw. What a hell of a show. I thought it was fantastic from front to end. Larson, what did you think? You going to poo-poo it?
No, it was mostly pretty good.
Yeah, it was good.
There's a couple spots, I think, where it started to drag a little bit.
Yeah.
But in the end...
It's 3 hours. It's never...
I know.
It's
unavoidable. I know. There's a lot of time to fill.
Yeah.
But by and large, yes, it was a very enjoyable show. The show kicked off with the much anticipated match between Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Fun match. Seth is a fantastic wrestler. He can get a good match out of pretty much anybody. Braun is a very capable and athletic big man.
He's fun to watch.
And he's fun to watch in the ring.
Yeah.
Good match. Seth tried his best to hold his own against the monster among men. And it seemed at the end he might be able to pull an upset.
Yeah.
But no, Braun reverses Seth's finisher, the cool knee, into a Rainmaker.
Yes, that was
and then picked up the win with a power slam. Gave him another power slam after the match. Dean Ambrose comes out, tries to make the save, eats a couple choke slams.
You're garbage.
Then he eats a power slam. Braun leaves, and Thebar comes to the ring and attacks Seth and Dean.
Yeah. I loved... Okay, so you're going to have Braun go down to Lesnar with a single F5. Fine.
That's just because they're booking the F5 super strong.
Have him immediately
he has to go on a rampage.
Destroy 2 former WWE world champs.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you get him back to prominence. A lot of people said, oh, you're killing Braun now. You're killing Braun. No, man. I hate to say this. They might actually know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like this whole episode, I was like, wow, they kind of, and this long-term, look, man, say what you will. At least McMahon has a long-term plan for Roman and Brock. Have Roman. I mean, this was, it's kind of obvious that he was doing this, but it was also kind of confirmed by inside sources. I think Meltzer had this, something like, Vince's plan is to have Roman eat everybody's finishers over and over again and then destroy him with a spear and a Superman punch.
Other way around, Superman punch and spear.
Yeah, sorry. And then Brock, absorbs and then kills him with a single F5.
And at WrestleMania, Roman's going to take an F5 and then kick out of it.
And then, how do you get Roman over? Give him fan service, man. Put him with the Shield.
Yep.
That sounds like as good a plan as any to me.
I know. Put Roman in situations where he feels comfortable.
Yeah.
So he can, like his promo last week, good.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was comfortable. Mm-hmm. And I keep going back to it, the segment with Rusev, the put that beef away segment.
Yeah.
He seemed very comfortable.
Yeah.
Put him in situations where he's comfortable, and he will do well.
And honestly, like a little bit is also give the people what they want. When has Roman Reigns been most over? When he's been most successful?
When he's been beating people up.
When he's been beating people up. I'm sorry, but the crowd they were cheering when he was destroying the Miztourage with those chairs last night.
Yeah.
When he went in there with a plan, started destroying the Miztourage to take them out. Miz might be the one key to getting this guy over because Miz isn't looking out for himself. And I'm not going to say John Cena's looking out for himself, but it's kind of, you can say that. You can totally say that about John Cena.
Yeah, a little bit.
We've said before how it's kind of obvious John Cena sees himself as like a gatekeeper.
Well, yeah, and we said it before that he understands the value of beating him.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And he just doesn't want to do it for anybody.
Yeah. And so you've got Roman doing things that people want to see. He seemed more comfortable last night. He was beaten up on the Miztourage. And then in the meantime, they've got Braun doing what Braun should do, which is destroying people who are really strong.
Ever since Braun moved to Raw, they have booked him for the most part perfectly.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, he has a job to Lesnar. Like they're trying to build to Lesnar Roman. And I mean, okay, is Roman Reigns like the thing that I want to see on the TV all the time? Not necessarily.
Not yet.
No. I mean, I like NXT better. But seeing him with Dean and Seth makes me love Dean even more. I mean, I like Dean. He's kind of boring most of the time, but when he's with the Shield, he's really cool. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Is it a nostalgia thing? Sure.
At this point, it was is it fan service? 100%.
Yeah, but, for once, that's a good thing. I like fans. The WWE needs to give their fans what they want. It's kind of the point.
On occasion, yeah.
It's kind of the point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I thought it was cool. I thought a lot of it was cool last night. And so yeah, I'm sorry. Getting back around to this Open, I thought they booked Seth really strong, but at the end of the day, and you can also take you get a glimpse of what a potential singles storyline between Seth and Braun would look like, and it looks fantastic. And I hope we get that in a year or 2 years.
Yeah,
or whenever
after WrestleMania next year, and Roman walks out of that show as the Universal Champion, I think the title scene will kind of settle back into a more regular rhythm.
Right, exactly.
I mean, I think Reigns is going to be fully entrenched as top guy, but I don't necessarily foresee him holding that belt for a year plus.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Vince might keep that belt on him for 3 years. Try to establish him.
That'd be a
as
bummer.
Top guy.
Oh boy, that'd be a bummer. That wouldn't surprise me, but man, that would be a total bummer.
It would be a bummer because like if you go back to the Attitude Era, very rarely did anybody hold that belt for longer than like 4 months.
Yeah, I know.
Because they would put the belt in somebody else if it enhanced the story.
But I mean, I wonder if Vince looks at the shock of Undertaker losing at WrestleMania and says, you know what? It's worth burying my company for 3 years if I get that every 3 years. You know what I mean? Because let's face it, if Roman carried that belt for 3 years, that's the equivalent in the 80s of carrying it, for
pretty much the entire decade.
6 years, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Yeah, the entire decade. And the loss at that point that would happen, Roman losing to somebody else at that point would be
pretty massive, yeah.
shocking.
Like
as
I
long
said,
as they don't telegraph it in advance, which they're doing right now.
And so long as whatever they do with the belt enhances the story being told. Mm-hmm. That's my attitude. Anyways, after the opening match, which was a ton of fun, Mickie James runs into Alicia Fox backstage.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of poking fun at Mickie James for, I guess, being old, even though she's not that old.
She's like younger than
She's
us.
36, I think.
I think it's 36 or 37.
Yeah, that's not old.
Well, I mean, come on. Compared to what Alexa Bliss is, 20?
21 or 22.
13, 14, something like that.
But anyways,
Bailey
it's
is
hardly
5
she's hardly old.
mentally.
Emma also joins in. I guess that's the thing with Mickie James now.
Yeah.
They're just going to say that she's old. She goes to her locker room.
Yeah, but you know what? Okay, here's the thing, though. They didn't just pile on her. She almost won the damn match with.
Oh, I know.
They made her. They made it pay off for her.
Oh, I know.
Which is good. I mean, that's the thing. Too often, that's the thing that I liked about last night's episode is that there were payoffs.
Yeah.
Like too often somebody gets buried or gets a knock on them, and then they don't let them get their comeuppance, which is like storytelling 101.
Oh, I know. And Mickie, she was on the verge of winning her match. We'll get to that later.
Mm-hmm.
So Mickie goes to her locker room, and there's a bunch of stuff there, like a box with the pens, a walker, I think something else, all gift wrapped or with bows on them. This incenses, makes her very mad, Mickie James. And then she goes to Alexa Bliss's locker room to give Alexa, I'm guessing, the what's for putting that stuff in there. And Nia Jax opens the door.
Yeah.
So Nia and Alexa Bliss are friends again, apparently.
Yeah, that's the one bit of like logic that
It's a little convoluted.
You got to leap.
They're
past.
friends and they're not, and they're friends again.
Yeah.
So I think they're friends when they don't want to put Nia in the title scene, and when Nia is contending for the title, they're not friends anymore.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'm guessing there will be some sort of payoff with all that. During that interaction, a match between Mickie James and Nia Jax was made for later in the evening. Mm-hmm. But first, Bray Wyatt.
Oh, man.
Talking about always trusting her or listening to her.
She lied to me, man.
No, she never lied to me.
She never lied to me.
Never lied
That's
to me.
what it
Talking
was.
about Sister
Never lied to
Abigail.
me,
So first he's
man.
mentioned Sister Abigail, I think, since Randy Orton burned down the house that she was buried under.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
There've
Didn't he
been
literally bury her ashes, or didn't he like burn her ashes, like specifically, or no?
Yeah, something like that.
Didn't he do that? I know he burned the house, but didn't he like find the ashes and burn them? Even they're already ashes. Already.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I'm trying to forget that whole storyline.
Yeah, me too.
So he brings up Sister Abigail for the first time in a while, and of course that's led to some speculation about whether we're actually going to see Sister Abigail at some point in the near future. We did today's Going in Raw Daily all about that.
Oh yeah, taking a nothing story and making something out of it.
Yep.
That's what the daily's all about.
Well, not all the time, but sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes we're true wrestling journalists.
Yes, sometimes. Sometimes. We just need to put a video up.
I like that, like, they literally have nothing left else for Bray to do. So it's like they have, in case of emergency, like lack of story writing ability, they break the glass and they have Sister Abigail in there. That's what it is, because they're like, okay, well, Finn and Bray, they had their blow off. We have nothing for either of these guys. Keep them together to do what?
Sister Abigail.
Break glass. Get Sister Abigail out of there.
Next, Elias. He sings.
Oh,
he covers.
That was freaking great.
He covers Alice in Chains' Nutshell.
That's so
And I heard him play the
awesome.
chorus. I was like, that sounds really familiar.
Yeah.
And then he started singing. I was like,
And there was no getting around
that's
it.
Nutshell, man.
That was amazing.
And then Corey Graves said something like Lane Staley's turning over in
did
his grave
he
or
say
something like that. Yeah.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. I didn't hear that part. That
Yeah.
I was
He mentioned
so,
Lane Staley, yeah.
I was so over them, and I think I saw. So I watched the first hour this morning. I watched the second 2 hours last night, and I saw somebody on Twitter like overjoyed that he was covering an Alice in Chains song, and I was like, and he said it was Nutshell, and I didn't bother to see. Okay, because I don't really know the names of most of the songs, but I know the songs left and right. And I watched this morning, and I was like, oh, I love Elias even more now. That was great. Are you kidding me?
It's pretty good.
Great. Okay, let me ask you something, Mr. Music Man.
Yeah.
Is that aren't they supposed to pony up? Isn't the actual music?
Copywritten? Yeah.
Yeah. Are they supposed to pony up for that?
You'd think so. You'd think when they're kind of involved in this whole trademark thing with the Young Bucks. I was thinking about last night, too, when the club came out. When the club debuted, they were getting right as close as they can to copyright violation.
They're
with
called
the
the club.
Thing. So I don't know if WWE is necessarily one to be on a high horse.
Oh, they're not. They don't care about that. They're fine being hypocritical as possible.
If they think they can make a buck off it, yep.
Yeah, man. They do not care about that.
Anyway, so Elias had a match against Titus O'Neil, who we haven't seen wrestle in a while.
You know, it's funny. Jack Dolan mentions this in the Patreon chat. He says, Paige, Sister Abigail, clickbait thumbnail waiting to happen. We didn't go that far. So at least give us credit for that.
Yeah.
We engaged in some healthy speculation.
Yes. Elias beat Titus O'Neil with the drift away.
Yeah. It's funny seeing Titus because he's so big get hit with the drift away because it doesn't really make much. I mean, Elias is a decent sized guy.
Oh yeah.
But like watching Titus get hit with a swinging neck breaker like that, like it's just all Titus doing it. You know what I mean? Like he's the one who.
Elias has to start the motion and then Titus has to finish it.
Yeah, but there's so much Titus doing that.
Yeah.
But anyways, no, I love that. I love that move, and I love Elias. I will take Elias every day of the week. I hope. Let me ask you something. Do you think he's going to keep on covering, doing parody versions of other songs?
I don't want it to be his gimmick solely,
because
then it's a comedy thing.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of a comedy.
Kind of, but I mean, I want it if he goes to. If they go to Seattle, he covers elderly lady behind the counter in a small town.
I would have preferred he dropped Nutshell in Seattle. That would have been way cooler.
Yeah.
But Denver's a hip town. They get it. They were in Denver, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways. Let's see here. Next up, we had Nia Jax versus Mickie James.
They give this match a lot of time.
And they booked Mickie super strong here. That was awesome. That was really cool. They needed I guess they needed a viable opponent for Nia Jax for TLC.
You mean Alexa Bliss?
I'm sorry, Alexa Bliss for TLC. And this match, I mean, nobody thinks Mickie James is going to win.
No.
Wouldn't that be something if she did and Asuka took it off her? Okay, because there's this line of thought that us and like some of our friendos have that they need a transitional champion for Asuka. So like she can't, like they want to protect Alexa, they want to protect Nia, they want to protect any of the horsewomen.
Yeah.
But Emma, people were thinking, oh, maybe they'll give the title to her, then they'll get it off for Asuka. Could be Mickie James. That's a possibility.
Be, but
I don't see it happening.
I feel like that's really telegraphing their intentions.
Like they care about that.
No, I know. I know.
Yeah.
But I mean, if Asuka's already beat Mickie James, she beat her in NXT.
Yeah, I'm just throwing stuff out there. I don't think there's a chance in hell it's gonna happen.
No, because I think Alexa versus Asuka can be a money feud.
Yeah, I think it can be too. So we've got so Mickie James, she hit tornado DDT.
Alexa Bliss was hanging around ringside.
Nia sold the crap out of that. Like she landed like a giant sack of potatoes. And Mickie went for the pin, like you said. Alexa Bliss hops in there, breaks it up. Ref throws it out as a DQ. Mickie picks up the win because of the DQ. Mickie and Alexa Bliss brawl outside the ring. Mickie throws Alexa Bliss into the barricade and walks away.
Well, hit her with a Kickie James.
Oh,
too.
yeah. Hit her with the Kickie James. And she's triumphant.
Next.
What did she try to call that? The Mickey kick? The Mick kick?
The
Mick kick? Kickie James.
Kickie James
It's
is way
Kickie
better
James.
name.
Yeah, way better.
Next. Enzo is supposed to be interviewed, but instead he just has a sad face.
Man, they know what they're doing with this Enzo stuff, man. I like it. I'm not afraid to say I was literally.
No, it's been entertaining.
I was literally laughing last night when he was running down the cruiserweights. Some of that stuff was legitimately funny. You look like a hobo.
Oh yeah, that was good.
You make more money begging on the street outside the arena than fighting me. That was good. Anyways, Enzo didn't say a word. She said,
really sad.
What do you have to say? And once again, they announced he's got the main event segment.
Yep.
Very underwhelming main event segment, but nonetheless. Next up, Mickie James is backstage, very happy that she got that win. And then and Charlie was interviewing her, and then Kurt Angle shows up, and he's like, "Hey, lady, you get the number 1 contender shot.
Well, he said based on your resume, your accomplished history in the ring,
I tell you, your win-loss record, pretty good,
and your performance in the ring tonight. Yes, you will get a title shot at TLC. So, we had done some speculating about whether Asuka was going to vie for the title immediately. But it seems like either she'll just kind of show up at TLC and make an impact in some other way, or she's going to have a couple feuds under her belt before she gets a title shot. Maybe they'll do that at Survivor Series or the Rumble. They've been doing a really good job with those video packages for Asuka, though. Really setting her up as
the Sun Tzu ones.
Well, there's that one, and then there's also one that's just the interview snippets with B-roll of her destroying everybody.
Destroying people, that's good too.
So they're doing a really good job of setting her up for those WWE fans who are unfamiliar with Asuka's work.
Yeah, no, I love all that stuff. I don't know. People keep on. Everybody's freaking out. Like I see chat right now, and just in general, a lot of people freaking out about how they're going to treat Asuka on Maine. I mean, you have every right to be concerned.
Yeah.
But all those cool little hype packages, I think I'm okay with it.
We'll find out.
They love here's the thing, WWE, they do love their streaks. They love their streaks. And this streak is something that's alive. I think they're going to keep it going.
And that's something they've hyped up a lot. A lot.
Yeah. You got to know what the WWE likes. They like when people are able to break history. Yeah, they like the history stuff. So, I don't know.
Next, Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan, a tag team that, according to, I think, Corey Graves, is only supposed to last one match, took on the Club. We know when the Club came out, we both assumed, I'm guessing, okay, Carl Anderson's about to eat a pin.
Yeah.
Nope.
Carl Anderson did a pin.
Yeah, he pinned Matt Hardy.
He pinned it. He pinned
won the match.
Yeah,
after a magic killer.
It was a weird new shortish haircut.
It's a shorter.
It's all weird.
What do you think of Jason Jordan's new ring gear?
One day it's going to click. One day it's going to click, and we're going to look back at his ring gear now and be like, oh, that's when he was generic wrestling guy. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to happen. I mean, I look at a guy like, take Curtis Axel, for example. Good wrestler, great pedigree, actually pretty good on the mic when he's not trying too hard, like when he's just being natural. He's really good. He's got a ton of charisma. Look at him. You know what I mean?
This never clicked, yeah.
Never clicked. I think Jason Jordan might have. Jason Jordan's a better wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't have as much charisma as Curtis Axel.
Not right now.
Maybe it'll take years. I don't know.
It just, I kind of feel like it would have been more interesting at this juncture if they had kept American Alpha together when Shelton Benjamin came over.
Oh, I know.
Have them all turn heel.
I know, man. A 3-man faction right there.
Facing off against the New Day.
Dude, I'm telling you.
That'd been spectacular.
That would have been great. Are you kidding me?
Yep. Especially, I've been a really good program following the Usos for the New Day.
Because tell me Chad Gable wouldn't be totally money as a heel. Shelton Benjamin, he didn't have enough of a legacy for people automatically just to accept, oh, yeah, great. He's back, so I'm going to cheer him no matter what. He could have come back, been face for a week, and then
turned on somebody.
Yeah. Brought on Alpha. That'd been great. That would have done much better for Jason Jordan.
Pretty much everybody involved.
Yeah.
Next, Roman Reigns had an interview backstage. Not quite as comfortable as the previous week, but he didn't do poorly.
Oh, he was fine. I thought he was fine. She asked, "What's your strategy?" He says, "Hopefully I'll be allowed to break Ms. John."
Well, he says something like, "I don't really concern myself with complicated strategies.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
I've got this really thick vest on, so that'll protect me from body shots."
And he sort of shots to the
I've
torso.
Got these gauntlets on, so nobody can really mess with my hands. I'm really tall, so they're not gonna mess with my head.
I got these
Vince loves me.
These boots. So my feet are pretty well protected.
For stomping, yeah. So he's fine. He's good.
Bases are covered.
Bases are covered.
So after commercial break, we had The Miz versus Roman Reigns. Fun match.
This was a blast. This was so much fun, dude.
Yeah.
That was cool.
The Miz and Miz Taraj coming through
that,
the crowd.
Huh? Love that.
Kind
that was
of
great.
Stealing the Shield's entrance.
That was fun, man. That was really cool.
Roman comes down the ring and immediately takes the Miz Taraj out of the equation. Beats him up, gets a chair, chases him up to the ramp, lays him out with a chair the whole time the Miz is in the ring, just basically pooping his pants. That was the look he had.
That was fantastic. That look alone sold everything. It really did. That was great, man. Roman's strategy, just destroy the Miztourage. And the people were eating it up, man. They were loving that.
Yeah.
They like destruction.
They
Who'd
do.
have thought?
They
How did
like
Braun
people-
Strowman get over?
They like
Destruction.
people beating people up.
Absolutely.
Miz at one point gets the upper hand, gives Reigns skull-crushing finale. Reigns kicks out. He's going to kick out of everybody's finisher.
Yeah, pretty
between
much.
now and Mania. Get
Yeah.
used to it.
Get used to it, people.
Reigns starts to get the upper hand. Thebar,
yeah.
out of nowhere, I guess through the crowd, attacks Roman Reigns. And then The Miz and Thebar proceed to beat the hell out of Reigns, culminating in a triple team powerbomb a la The Shield.
Yeah, man. They're stealing all that stuff.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
And then they do a Thebar fist bump.
Well, yeah, man. They had...
Miz was in the middle with the closed fist.
Okay, so didn't
And then...
Didn't I say this? Didn't we do this with like James or
Yeah,
something?
we did it with
we
James,
did
yeah.
a three-way fist bump with Thebar with James.
Yeah.
How did we do it? Was his just a fist?
I thought he did it like this. And then our thumbs were touching his thumb.
Oh, he did. Okay, so he was like...
He was like this, and then our
And
thumbs
we were like
that,
this?
I think.
I don't really know how that works.
Well, his are like this.
Oh, and we were like this.
Yeah, I think that's
so
how-
this is like a human centipede thing.
Yeah. Kind of.
Okay.
I think that's how we did it.
All right. Oh, yeah, we do that before people do.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it seems like the
I was
Shield...
scrubbing through the video of us, and I was like trying to find it, and I couldn't, but I didn't really try too hard.
Yeah. I remember doing it, though.
Anyways.
So, yeah, it seems pretty obvious now. It's going to be Miz and Thebar against the Shield.
Yeah, okay, so...
For your main event at TLC.
There does need to be some line of logic as to why Thebar would come out and help the Miz.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's simply so they've been going on this line about friendship. The Seth and Dean's friendship isn't real.
Tenuous.
Is tenuous.
Fraudulent.
So I guess they can say we're coming out to test that and see what friendship really means to them because they were like the
Did you think
brothers
the
or whatever.
Miz was in on Thebar coming out or no? Was it a surprise to the
I
Miz?
feel like he sold that it was a
a
surprise.
and that's what commentary sold too.
That's okay. Then yeah. Then not, yeah, I could see that. I mean, Miz is his kind of one of his things is kind of benefiting from the unpredictable situations, you know? And so we got Miz surprise face. I felt that was the case.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm guessing. Well, Thebar is going to be on Miz TV next week
yeah.
on Raw, so they will hopefully flesh out their motivation. I hope so. I mean, it's plainly obvious what Dean and Seth's motivation for getting involved now is.
Yeah, for
they
sure.
don't like Thebar.
Right. No Thebar.
No Thebar. Next, Finn Balor, the coolest man alive,
Finn Balor
comes out and drops a promo. It's just more of this Bray Wyatt stuff. Why do we have to do more of this?
Yeah.
So Bray shows up in the Titantron, talks about Sister Abigail some more, and he says, you may not have been the demon at No Mercy, but he said, the man doesn't make the demon. It peels back the skin of the man, essentially, saying the demon is within.
Yeah, okay.
And so he told Finn, produce your demon, and I'll show my true form at some point. And then there's like a bunch of smoke that goes over him, and the smoke kind of settles in.
Dissipates, yeah.
And then he's just got like makeup and
Some
stuff
makeup
on, and his
on.
hair over his face
Yeah.
to make him look scary.
I thought he looked cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it looked cool.
It was on the border of looking cool but cheap. It looked cheap.
You don't want to get into evil territory.
Well, I mean, he's a supernatural being who
Right.
claims at one point to have satanic powers. That's pretty evil.
Yeah. No. I mean, evil from New Japan.
Oh, okay.
Cheap when you talk about cheap.
Oh, the scythe.
The scythe. And then like the cheesy mask, yeah. Oh, man. I don't know, dude. I mean, look, I'll care when he wins. That's the bottom line. In wrestling, it's about win-loss
Well,
record.
here's the thing. If Bray wins, assuming this match happens at TLC, there's going to be another match. Finn is winning this program.
Okay, here's the thing, dude. At this point, no, I get that. At this point, though, I'm fine with 2 more matches if Bray wins one.
If he produces Sister Abigail and then loses, man, that's just completely burying Bray Wyatt. Completely burying Bray Wyatt.
I mean, that's just his story, man.
Oh, I know.
You know? I mean, do the WWE care? I mean,
Don't think they do.
I don't think they do.
Don't think they do.
I don't think they do. I don't know, man.
I don't know either. Next, tag match. Sasha Banks and Bayley took on Emma and Alicia Fox.
Yeah.
There was some
Mean Girls thing.
Emma and Alicia Fox were working well together until Sasha pushes Alicia into Emma. This upsets Emma. Alicia goes for a tag. Emma says, nope. gets off the apron, walks backstage. Alicia turns around, eats a Bailey to belly.
Yeah.
Bailey picks up the win.
Yeah.
Bailey and Sasha Banks celebrate.
Yes. They're happy. They got a win.
They're friends.
They're on TV. They're friends.
They're friends.
They're going to start a podcast together.
Yeah.
Called Being Best Friends.
Best friends.
Who are better friends? Trent and Chuck Taylor?
Oh, wow.
Or Bailey and Sasha Banks?
Trent and Chuck, their tag team is called
Best Friends.
So they have to win, right?
I would think they're the best friends.
I would think so.
Probably.
The kind of main event segment, Enzo dropped a lengthy promo.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was like 5 minutes too, because it was like a
13-minute, 14-minute promo.
It was a long promo. Reiterating a lot of stuff. They're accomplishing what they want to accomplish with them. The people are kind of cheering for the sick burns that he's got,
and they're cheering the stuff they normally cheer for, the stuff he says when he comes out, and the soft stuff.
They're booing his lack of moral fiber.
Yeah, he actually for the first time I think called out the audience, saying, "I make more money than you do, and all the cruiserweights combined."
I like that. He essentially said, "You guys can go to hell." Mm-hmm. Like, the people who are booing, they can go to hell.
The haters
you can go to hell.
He calls them, yes.
So I like that aspect of it. And he said, by the way, I've got a new clause now. Anybody who touches me will lose their job.
Mm-hmm.
The cruiserweights all come down.
They surround the ring.
He
one by one goes and talks trash to him.
I was cracking up.
Some of it was pretty funny. The Brian Kendrick one was probably the best.
The Brian Kendrick one was funny. Cedric Alexander, all he said was, "What are you wearing, a wetsuit? What is that?"
Oh, yeah.
That was funny. Okay, who else? He called Jack Gallagher a teacup again. What else was there? Drew Gulak, he ran down pretty hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. He called a couple people. I think he called Cedric a schmuck. He called a couple people you schmuck. I thought it was funny. I was cracking up. His little lines were funny, and the crowd was laughing too. But then Kurt Angle comes out and he says, and of course we all know, as soon as Kurt Angle, we pretty much all figured that this is going to introduce the newest guy to 205 Live.
Yeah.
Can we power rank who would have been better in Kalisto?
That's actually a question for questions coming up.
Okay.
So we'll do it then. But yes.
We'll do it then. Okay, so...
Yeah, Kalisto... I like Kalisto, but it was a bit underwhelming.
There's two sides to this, dude. Number one, like you just said, I like Kalisto, and I wish him well. But this is the main event of Raw. You're debuting a new guy. How is it not somebody who we haven't already seen a bunch on main roster, and this is obviously a demotion? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're getting him TV time, and that's fantastic.
But I guess the worry is, we like Hideo Itami. We like Leo Rush. Leo Rush hasn't even showed up on NXT TV yet, even though he has debuted. And while we would have popped, and people there could have popped, a certain portion of the audience, I don't know if they're well known enough to make the impact that WWE wants to make. At least Kalisto is familiar.
Do you remember who did the question for power ranking?
No, but
let's just talk about this now then, and we'll give him credit when we get to it.
Can start. Oh, here you go. Liam Wagner.
Was it Liam? Okay.
Liam Wagner.
Okay. Love Liam. Let's talk about this because it's kind of important. Because you're absolutely right. There really isn't anybody else. There isn't anybody else that this could have been. You know what I mean? I think that the only one that I would give like a number one spot to, because you're right, Hideo Itami, the crowd probably wouldn't have popped. Yeah. Because it's like, who is he? He was just a heel.
Yeah.
Although you and I would have popped.
Yeah.
That would have been better than Kalisto simply because we haven't seen him before. So that's good. I think in my eyes, maybe, and I would not have advocated for this. Crowd might have popped. There's precedent for it, kind of. Tyler Breeze.
That would potentially mean breaking up Breezango.
I know. I'm not saying I'm advocating for it because it means that, like you said, but they were saying on the little video they did with us, he was clowning Tyler. He was saying I'm a heavyweight and he's a cruiserweight in the game, and so I think the crowd would have popped for them.
Yeah. Oh, if they'd come out together, yeah.
Yeah, they would have popped. They're not really doing anything with them on SmackDown, anyways.
No, that storyline with them is just kind of.
But I don't like them breaking up,
nowhere.
And so you're right. That would not have worked. Plus, they're a comedy act. You need somebody more serious.
What if Finn Balor had joined the cruiserweight division?
See, that would have been terrible. You need like You need a weird
Star power, at least.
You need a weird in between of like star power, somebody that you're not looking at this as a demotion, so it has to be from NXT.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be from NXT, but it has to also be somebody who's kind of known. So I don't know, man. I don't
Adam Cole.
Yeah, I know exactly. Gargano.
Yeah, that'd have been good.
That would have been perfect.
Yeah, that'd been really good, actually.
There you go. What if it was Cassius Ohno?
Oh no!
Oh no! Can you make
or
way?
Oney Lorcan? That'd been cool.
Oney Lorcan would have been cool, but nobody knows
Or
who
Roderick
he is.
Strong.
Yeah, Roderick Strong would have been cool.
Gargano
is the best.
choice.
That's number one.
Yeah, Gargano would
Yeah.
have been the best choice.
Tyler Bate. Hey,
Oh, that'd been good.
Tyler Bate would have been good.
Yeah.
Tyler Bate would have been really good. Yeah, people are saying Ray, but then all of a sudden you think to yourself, they brought back Ray for 205 Live? Really? That's weird.
Well, I mean, what better way to increase the visibility of the show than by having a former world champion on there?
Yeah.
So Kalisto came out and attacked Enzo. Kurt Angle was very specific to mention that.
Hold on, Alex C in chat here said, Kurt, is Cassius even close to being a cruiserweight? Oh, no.
Oh, no. Kurt was very clear to say that the clauses that he signed off on were only
Applicable.
applicable to those surrounding the ring at the time.
Right.
But he has a new signee.
CM Punk.
There you go. Kalisto. He comes down. He beats up Enzo.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Hopefully people are into it. But you just see the crowd and you're like, Kalisto, like when you're programmed to know somebody from like main event at this point.
Yeah.
You know, when he's no different this time. My Twitter was lighting up. At Real Going in Raw was lighting up our Twitter with people saying how great it would be if Sin Cara came out with a soda can and chucked it at the ring. Like flung a good how many yards? What is that, like 40 yards?
Yeah.
From ramp to or from stage to ring.
To ramp to ring. That'd been good. So after that, the show closed with a shot of Roman Reigns sitting in the locker room, nursing his injuries following the beatdown at the hands of Miz and Miz Taraj. Mm-hmm. And then who walks in?
Dean
Ambrose.
Yeah.
He kind of walks in a little awkwardly. They kind of
stare
make
at
eye
each other.
contact. Reigns stands up. From the other side, in comes Seth Rollins.
Best way to end the show.
They don't say a word.
Don't say a word.
They just all kind of nod.
That was great.
All walk out.
That was fantastic.
It was good.
That was fantastic. I'm sorry, that was fantastic. That was really good.
Steve marked out.
I marked out, man. That was great. That was really good. So, yay for that.
Fun episode of Raw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really fun.
You want to answer some questions?
Yeah, let's answer some questions.
I'm a Larson mark. Liam Brown. Power rank Shield members. Press the button.
Power rank.
Number one, Seth Rollins. Seth
Power
Rollins is top member of Shield. He's the architect. How can he not be top member of Shield?
Yeah.
Rollins, Reigns, Ambrose. That's what it is for me. As members of the Shield.
Wow.
As members of the Shield.
Oh, yeah. Rollins, Reigns, Ambrose.
Yeah.
As members of the Shield.
Ambrose had that U.S. title and never defended it.
Yeah,
Never.
That's true. That's true.
Seth is the architect. He's number one.
Reigns was.
You could flip-flop Ambrose and Reigns. I don't care.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
But Rollins is number one.
Rollins
Architect.
is definitely number one. There's no debating about that. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up for me for number 2 and 3. Number 4, CM Punk.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because he was kind of
5.
he enlisted their aid.
Cassius Ohno.
Cassius.
He was supposed to be-
There you go.
He was supposed to be the third man instead of Reigns.
Kind of glad that didn't happen. I'll be honest, like kind of underwhelming. You know,
Yeah.
big doughy guy.
I like Cassius Ohno more as just kind of like a dude.
I love Cassius Ohno, but SWAT gear, I don't think so.
Yeah, that wouldn't. I don't think that
would
would have worked. Terrence Thompson's Uncensored. Has The Miz worked his way into being a Hall of Fame headliner? He says 100% yes. In 5 years, I'll say yes.
Dude, I don't think there's any debate about that.
For
Absolutely.
sure, in 5 years, yes.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe. There's a lot of people that are going to be leaving.
He's going to be around for a while, though. Mm-hmm. CM Punk finds it insulting.
Find it insulting. That's there at the bottom, by the way.
Yeah, I know. What's a New Japan theme song that you would give to a WWE wrestler, and what's a WWE theme that you'd give to a New Japan wrestler? He would give Shibata's theme to Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch.
Shibata ain't going to be using it anymore. I want to give Juice Robinson's theme song. Who has fast punches? Who can you do that same thing with?
Where you can cut to the rhythm of his song.
Yeah. Jesus, man, cut your nails.
They're not that long.
They're thick.
Yeah.
You have
I have
fingernails.
talons.
They have mass to them.
It's good.
Stop doing
Means
that.
I'm healthy.
That's bugging the crap out of me. Really brittle fingernails denotes the lack of health.
Sure.
Come on, give me a WWE theme song that you're gonna give somebody in New Japan.
Roman Reigns theme to Yoshihashi.
I'm gonna give Juice Robinson's theme song to Lars Sullivan.
Okay.
Wait, what? Yoshihashi? What?
It's Roman Reigns theme.
That's the worst. Why haven't you worn Bullet Club Hunter shirt?
I wore it to
man?
sleep in. It's very comfortable.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? You wear it to the damn podcast.
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
You better.
Chris Kimmel with the Shield reuniting for TLC. Do you think this is a one-time deal, or will they stay as the Shield going forward to see if it will help with ticket sales, being that the Shield is one of the most popular factions in WWE? I can see the Shield versus Undisputed Era or Shield versus Sandy in the future.
No.
I think it's going to be more or less a one-time deal.
No, so it's going to be TLC.
Yeah.
It's going to be Survivor Series, too.
Oh, potentially,
It'll be Survivor Series. It'll be a 2-time deal. And then maybe some matches on Raw or whatever. So, yeah, it'll be just enough. They'll give you so much that
you get 2 months
you'll get
of Shield. They'll get it out of your system.
Yeah. And people have a kinder disposition towards Roman Reigns at that point.
Well, that's the idea, I think.
That's what they want to have happen. It's a smart move. I'm gonna throw
Oh my goodness!
You didn't like any more questions, really?
James Rodriguez, if the Miz is going to team up with Sheamus and Cesaro, does that mean they are now part of the Miz Taraj? Not necessarily. I feel like the Miz Taraj kind of got a raw deal out of this. They could have, in theory,
big time,
had a main event slot against the Shield.
No.
I think it would have been good for the Miz Taraj. So I like both of them.
Oh, God. I thought this said, I got a BBC News update. It says, Catalonia will declare independence from Spain. I thought it said, California will declare independence from... Whoa. Yeah, I was trying to come up with a name for them. Theme is Mizbar.
Okay.
Mizbar. BP Sculpt and Deathlog. What do you guys think about Neville calling his own merch an atrocity?
Oh, yeah. It was not a good-looking shirt.
Oh, it was a terrible shirt, man. That was so ugly. Looked like a first year Tombstone graduate, like people who just learned how to do tombstones.
Yeah. The Trooper TGX. So let's be honest, neither the Miz and the Miz Taraj or the Miz and Thebar are strong enough to realistically beat a reunited Shield. So come up with 2 people who could team up with the Miz, whose combined power level could pose a legitimate threat to the Shield. Didn't we say like the other day it was Miz, Strowman, Joe?
Yeah.
That'd be spectacular.
That'd be great.
And there's
I like how he didn't
everybody.
even think about Thebar though. Sometimes
it's the most obvious one, I know.
Yeah, I know. It's like super obvious.
Yeah. Because Reigns, Strowman have feud.
Yeah.
Seth, Joe have feud.
Yeah.
And then Ambrose, Miz have feud. They've all have feud.
They all have feud
in the past. Yeah. And they could all have feud in the future.
Nate Morris. I'm Nate Morris. You're not Morris. So did Kurt Angle forget Kalisto was already signed, or did he think he signed Rey Mysterio? That'd be hilarious. He's like, wait, who? Oh, boy. I thought I signed Rey Mysterio. Wow, that's damn true. I would like that if Kurt Angle just started like thinking, didn't know who was whom.
I thought I liked this question, but I'm going to do it anyways. Super Nerdy Sama. So Elias did a parody version of Alice in Chains' Nutshell on Raw last night. Power rank. Power rank 5 songs that Elias could parody on future episodes. Great question.
Well, continuing along the Seattle grunge scene, I think he should parody Nirvana's version of the David Bowie classic "Man
Who Sold the World." Okay.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
What about Kansas's "Dust in the Wind"?
Oh, that's good. I gotta download that to my gym mix. Hold on, I'm gonna look
at it. You want to take a nap at the gym?
ELO's Ticket to the Moon.
Bob Dylan's "The Times They Are A-Changin'."
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I'm thinking strictly acoustic.
U2's "With or Without You."
It's not an acoustic song, man.
They can make it acoustic.
Could.
With or without you. I can live without you. Except he's talking to a town.
Yeah.
Beck's Loser.
Oh, that's good.
That's a good one.
REM's Man on the Moon.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, the moon themed. Ticket to the Moon, Man Who Sold the World. And yeah.
Couple more questions.
Let's see here.
Okay, tell me.
I like this one from King Devitt. Having just returned from holiday and experiencing the joyous WWE programming times and the not-so-joyous New Japan Pro Wrestling programming times in the States, how would you guys change your product/channel if you lived somewhere like the UK, such as myself? Would you do more content? Would you do more content on New Japan Pro Wrestling and British promotions?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I wouldn't be able to live tweet. I'd have to wake up first thing in the morning, turn it on.
Mm-hmm.
Our product would be super late.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Or we just stayed up late.
No, it'd be kind of early-ish, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know, but it's on, dude. It's on super late.
What are they, 7 hours ahead? 7 to 8 hours ahead of us?
Something like that. 5.
So it starts at midnight?
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Midnight or 1 in the morning?
I think
So watch 3 hours of that and then do a podcast, right? We going to bed at like 6 in the morning.
That sounds horrible.
It does.
I don't do graveyard hours. I paid my dues.
No, I've done
doing
that before too.
Yeah.
Tommy T, hey friendos, my question is, who would you guys push as the face of the company if you were in Vince's position, considering everything it takes to make a mainstream star, like charisma, looks, skill, determination, and commitment to wrestling? My opinion is there is no one that hits every box as well as Drew McIntyre.
Oh, yeah.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah, he's the best.
He'd be my pick.
Fat bastard champ Alex Fulsta. Is there something you guys try to do to separate yourselves from other wrestling podcasts?
We just be us. We
just
concern ourselves with being ourselves.
Here's the thing about all those other wrestling podcasts. They don't have Steven Larson. So we try to separate ourselves from those other podcasts by having us.
Yeah. So far it's worked okay.
No, here's how we try to separate ourselves. We are not retired wrestlers.
True.
We don't have...
In fact, we have zero experience in wrestling industry, period.
We have no former wrestlers on our show as permanent hosts.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We actively do that.
Couple more questions.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
Charles Sips. Any chance we will see a cruiserweight title main event Raw? I hope so. I think that'd be great.
A cruiserweight title main event on Raw?
Yeah.
That'd be good. I can see that. It's not gonna be with Callisto though. You know what? I'd be totally down with Callisto on 205 Live if they let him wrestle like he did in NXT.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. He was really cool, man. Jack Dolan wants to know if Larson would rather ride a dinosaur or an intergalactic space worm. I answered this on Ask Stephen Lacey. I'm curious to know what
I'll take the space worm.
Yeah, me too. You know why?
Because we know dinosaurs exist. We don't know if intergalactic space worms exist. If I get to ride one, I get to prove that they exist.
Well, here's my reasoning.
And also you get to travel through space.
Well, you know for a fact if you ride a dinosaur, you're probably going to die. Because they're really high up in the air. So you fall off.
Depends on the dinosaur.
Yeah, I know. But you're not going to ride a velociraptor.
No, those are terrifying.
Well, here's my point.
Well, if I'm like ride a stegosaurus or a triceratops, they're not that tall.
Yeah, I know, and they're herbivores.
Yeah, so
right?
they're not going to hurt you.
Right, but they're
friends.
pretty tall.
They're
Wait, which ones you say? Stegosaurus
and triceratops.
Yeah, they're pretty tall.
That's like no taller than like a camel.
You're up there in like 10 feet in the air.
I don't think it's quite that high.
I think you
maybe
are.
6 to 8.
Yeah.
It's not like you're flying on a pterodactyl.
Yeah.
Or riding on the back of a brachiosaur.
Yeah. See, I just think, you have a bigger chance of dying if you're riding around on a dinosaur.
Then again, if you ride on a space worm, you're riding through space unless you have some sort of space
well,
suit.
you have
You're
a space
gonna
suit
die.
on. You have a spacesuit on.
It's pretty instant.
Yeah. That'd be the worst, though. Like, just because you might just, like, starve or
suffocate. There's
suffocate
no air.
to death. No, but if you have a spacesuit on.
Yeah, you can still starve.
Yeah.
You'd be able to eat. Yeah, you need like a little cockpit compartment on the space worm, and then you could survive. Like a little nap area, sleep.
It was like...
Maybe just put a saddle over a space worm and ride it.
Yeah, like,
with no protection.
Like a space station, like a space pod,
attached.
Attached
it's
to
sort of like
giant,
what truck drivers have in their semi truck.
Cab.
Yeah, the cab, but you have a little place in the back where you can sleep.
Yeah. Well, it's in the cab.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying this. There's a dedicated sleep area in the cab.
I'd be fine with that.
Last question, Nathan Ragland. What's the best reunion you've ever seen? Just the best reunion you've ever seen.
The best reunion you ever seen, including like family reunions?
I don't know. This is just a question. What is the best reunion you've ever seen?
All right.
Nathan Ragland.
We'll answer them.
I'm thinking.
What's the best reunion you've ever seen?
I'm trying to focus first on wrestling.
Well, I'm not even going there. I'm thinking like,
You know what may be the best reunion?
What?
When the Young Bucks get a Too Sweet again.
Oh yeah, I watched the latest one where they burned the Too Sweet. Yeah, and they said, we're not defined by silly gestures and gimmicks. I love
true.
that. They're smart guys, man. They know how to play that exactly perfect.
Yep.
Best reunion. Like when Forrest Gump was reunited with Medea. With Jenny.
Yeah.
Jedi. Can we please get that? Forrest Gump reuniting, like teaming up with Medea. Where was I?
Are you talking about the first time they reunited when she up and left him?
Whatever the last one is when she was dying.
Oh, okay, that's the last
that
time.
Was that brought me the tears a little bit. Reunited. Oh, you know what I love to see? I love to see videos of like humans being reunited with animals.
Mm-hmm.
If
that's
it's
always
like,
heartwarming.
Oh man, this person, fixed up this freaking lion and then released him into the wild, and they came back, and I'm like, why are you doing that?
But then the lion recognizes this,
and they're
person that
totally
helped them,
cool.
and then they're friends. Yeah.
Or like apes, recognizing humans that helped them, or dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
Or, dogs are the best one. There was one I saw where like a human had like lost, like went to the hospital for 3 months, lost like 100 pounds or something.
Yeah.
Dog didn't know he was, but then sniffed him, like got close enough to get his man scent. His, what do you call that? Your musk?
Yeah. And just lost his mind in happiness.
Lost his shit in
Yeah,
happiness, and I cried. So like that, and then whenever you see like service members coming back and surprising their kids at school.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, I lose my shit on that stuff.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Those are the best reunions.
Those are for real the best reunions.
Yeah.
Agreed. All right. No kayfabe corner this week because we're too busy. It'll return next week.
Okay, it's going to return next week. So we're still a little hungover from the thing. And it's not... We have interdimension tension coming up at
3 o'clock in a little bit more than an hour.
I'm not sure we'll be able to get this done. So we've got that, and so no kayfabe corner.
Yeah.
No greatest wrestling trivia challenge. We're going to do a post show for the patrons, so stay tuned for that. Patrons! And, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.